we're still waiting. I don't know how long we're still waiting for. Yeah, like how long does this take? I pre-installed the files. Like, you guys can probably see the window capture real quick. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let me see if I can open it. Because this is annoying me right now. Can I just, like, open this? Huh? Oh, I have to do desktop catcher. Alright, I don't normally do this, though. See, look at that. We're still downloading. It's been 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes. Why? Also, can I hide my taskbar? Does that look cleaner? Yeah, that looks cleaner. Still. Why? Why is it taking this long? It should not be taking this long. I pre-installed the files. You would think this would go faster. It's been 20 minutes. Oh, what's up, Pearl? Okay. What's going on? It's been 20 minutes. I pre-installed my files, and what's going on? You would think this would go by faster if I pre-installed the files. It feels like nothing different. I want to break something right now. I need like a glass room and just completely shatter it. I need a hammer and a glass room and protective gear and just completely shatter the entire thing. Am I listening to a washing machine?
No, I'm outside. I'm sorry. Hello. Hang on. I'm trying to find the mic setting. What is it?
Because it's been 20
Keep
minutes,
going.
Pearl. I'm still not in yet after spending several hours on another game. So I'm in a terrible mood right
Oh.
now.
Oh. Are you alright?
No, because Genshin is not loading fast enough. I pre-installed my files, and it's going too slow.
Oh. Yeah. Uh, where's the push the talk thing? You still streaming, by the way?
Yeah, but I'm going to be done pretty soon because I'm feeling pretty done with Genshin right now because the game is not opening fast enough. I've been sitting here for like over almost 20 minutes. And at this point I can only do one account dailies.
It is what it is, I guess. Genshin being Genshin.
I already installed the files before. Why is it slow? The servers are probably overloaded right now. Man.
If it is on Asia, I think that's the main reason because people are complaining like the servers for Genshin right now, especially on Asia, is already slow because a lot of people play it.
North America reset is very soon, and I can't really do two accounts right now, and I have to update on two other devices. I mean, I think I could skip my second account because my second account is going to be saving anyways. Yeah, I think my second account has like 5 stars worth of pulls, so I'm just gonna focus on my main account right now. Uh,
How long have you been streaming for?
it's 6 hours.
Yeah, I think you deserve a rest. And though you sound tired.
Oh, I was on a different game because I don't want to have to put up. I did not want to have to put up with being pissed at Genshin, but like I returned to being pissed at Genshin.
It is what it is. I'm outside, by the way, so if you hear the sound of the wind or sound of the car, that's why.
Yeah, I just don't really have anything positive for like Good thing this is not under the Genshin Impact category, or they're just going to um, probably cancel me over it. But like, I have not been having anything positive for Hoyoverse right now.
Yeah, the community for Genshin especially, it's not that good. So
And
was
also,
not
they
hmm,
they make questionable game design decisions as well. So it's just
questionable game design.
like, why is Dehya or why does Dehya standard before permanent 5-star Geo? Why do and some enemies like not let us cancel out of being juggled? Why do event gameplay not stay permanent? Why is there not enough cosmetic outfits? Why is there this, and that from Honkai Star Rail not in Genshin yet? So many things listed that are not in Genshin.
Hmm. Yeah, this game is up for like almost 3 years now. It's about to be.
Yeah, and like
But like Star Rails like have everything that we need in Genshin. It's like they triggered us out for some reason.
and also like what is it? Actually, hold on a second. Let me go ahead. I need to listen to something real quick. One moment.
No worries.
Actually, 1 second. Since I'm downloading resources and whatnot, I'm gonna go ahead and try something. Yeah, I'm logged onto my second account in Genshin, so I want to like try something real quick with this scene. Oh my! I can't finish dailies in 8 minutes. Like, how long do I have to verify file integrity for? Like, it's been 20-ish minutes or so. Are they never prepared for massive servers? For massive server activity? It's like this company is not prepared. Period. I've been here. I've been trying to get in since 4:20. It is now 4:52. I have not logged in for dailies yet on any of my North America account. And what are we doing? Verifying file integrity when there's 7 minutes left. I need at least like 10, 15, 20 minutes to do dailies. And this is and it takes the same amount of time to just get things. I even pre-installed the files. Why is this happening? Like, I did the pre-install as they recommend. But what happens? We still need to wait. I was playing a different game earlier. If I wasn't playing a different game, I would have like installed like I would have gotten the game to work. And if it wasn't for like a I'm not going to go into details. I just was not having a good time before and after the previous 6 hours, I guess. Okay, can I just stop like pinning people's messages? I'm seriously going to miss doing dailies on my account thanks to this huge install. I swear, if I have to like, you know what? I feel like I might have to skip a day of dailies. This is still pissing me off though. Like, I thought they would be more prepared than this by now. This is absolutely embarrassing. I mean, at the same time, like, it was my decision to keep on playing the other game I was playing for like 6 hours before anybody came in here. It's like, in America, it's 4:56 a.m. when I was trying to play, when I was playing a different game, like hours ago. Maybe I'll just log on, talk to Catherine, and just like switch accounts, log on, talk to Catherine, because I can't do dailies. This is just, it's not possible. Like, look how fast it's doing verifying file integrity. It needs to do this, and then it also needs to do like a second round of, or a third round. Like, how many more times it's doing this? And I would have like, and like a good question is like, oh, why didn't you do this when you were? Because I was playing a different game that is like 90 gigabytes large. That requires like so much performance and resources and whatnot. Like, I would crash and burn my computer if I try to do all this process at the same time. Can they learn to actually be more like server data efficient for like how massive this game is? It's almost 3 years. You'd think it's like this. It's like this thing on top of other things on the list that make me completely furious and have like low expectations as to like how their anniversary will be this year. I can't get any dailies done. I'm just gonna log in and just. That's sad. I swear, if it takes me 60 seconds to log on to my main account as well, I'm just like, I'm not gonna count this as a session on Genshin. This is just a session of disappointment. I'm not gonna like do a. I'm not really going to do a Genshin stream until like, until like another 24, 48 hours of cooling off. It pisses me off right now. I'm going through like enough like physical, mental garbage as it is, like, and this just gets piled on top of it. Okay, I cannot go onto my main account. This is taking too long. We've been here for like 30, 40 minutes. I need a punching bag or something. This is just. Why? Paimon, please don't talk. The last thing I need is you talking. Okay, that confirms that she doesn't talk. Yeah, true. The streamer event is coming. Can you stop clicking on the pin? Oh my god. I freaking. Alright, so what we can confirm is that Paimon doesn't start talking if you haven't done all the world quest or story quests. And so that's good for me. We were able to trigger the little pop-up. Something interesting, though, is that before I finish, actually, so every time an event pop-up shows up, you can actually click on it. I only discovered this as of recently, that people can click on the event pop-up to go into the menu, rather than just do this. So that's very interesting mechanic. I probably need like 48 hours. I'm gonna need 48 hours away from playing Genshin on Twitch, because that 20 to 30 minute wait just completely destroyed me. Yeah, I don't know when does the streamer event start again? Hold on a second, let me go back to. I'm back. Oh, you're probably... Okay, Lumi's probably AFK. God damn it.
I have returned home.
Oh, welcome back home.
Uh, Sorry, I was listening to Moon Halo throughout the journey.
Registration period, streaming period is... Yeah, it literally began today. That's why I didn't really, like, switch immediately over to Genshin.
Mm.
But yeah, Pearl... Oh. I'm done right now, Pearl, so you're not going to see me back on Twitch. So, but it started already, but if you signed up late, then you're going to have to wait, I guess. But yeah, if you signed up after today, then yeah, you're going to have to wait until July 8th. I think I'm going to wait until July 8th, honestly. It took me... Okay, I tried going into Genshin at 30 minutes ago. It took 29 minutes for me to finally log in. Yeah, 29 minutes is just... That's really nonsense for me.
Are you serious? With Honka Star Twitter already announced this character already?
Version 1.3 seems pretty confirmed, but I'm just skipping. I mean,
The girl Fujuan.
Fushan has been announced for like quite some time, since Japan's announcement of Honkai Star Rail. So it was just a matter of them confirming when she's going to be playable. So she's going to be playable in 1.3.
Ah, なるほど.
Here's another problem, though. Did you see the other character?
Oh god, what other characters?
On Twitter.
Let me check.
On the Star Rail Twitter,
The Donghan one?
yeah, you and I got spoiled about it.
Yep. Not just some people on my Twitch, it's also TikTok as well. Like they don't even like give tech spoilers or anything, just spoiled.
Honestly, at this point, like if like anybody says anything, just maybe probably consider timing out or automatically banning.
Yeah. You and I already knew what it feels like. These people spoil out false spoilers for some reason without any like ask first.
Also, it's also the company's fault because you know why? We do not even have the cutscene of how he went from Dangheng to whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, it's just hey, this will be the new character.
Like I understand that like this is a gotcha thing where it's like, oh, here's one character, but there's like two playable forms of it, or like three more playable forms. You play Honkai Impact as well, where there's like every girl has like different versions of 4-star, 5-star forms that you can play.
Mm,
Yeah, this is like
mm,
no different, but also at the same time, like I stopped talking about like what they call 5-star Dangheng because like they're teasing him so much and they don't exactly give us enough context and like official context and stuff to be excited for him.
mm-hmm.
So I just, even if people are excited for him, I'm just like personally skipping him. I'm just like trying my best not to express my disappointment in spaces where people are more excited for him because of him getting spoiled on the internet. But I'm just disappointed overall in general. I've been disappointed in a lot of things with Hoyoverse recently, and it's also why like when I change categories on Twitch right now, I changed to just chatting, so
Mm,
I can voice my opinion without having to be without having a filter, and even have to
yeah.
curse if I want to. But still, I'm just
Yeah, people like not only the company, even some people like take this thing too lightly. Like they have to consider that most of us are still like always like not wanting, try to avoid spoilers and everything. So
people on the
I
internet are just, and there's just a lot of people in the world that are indecent. There's just not enough punishment or repercussion for this kind of action. Like that one time someone got out of the movie in Hong Kong for trying to spoil the last Avengers movie. He got like physically beat up for it, but like it's justified action because like he went against what the director said. The director said like
mm,
do not spoil the movie after you finish watching it. And what did this guy do? He just goes out and shouts spoilers like it's his last day on Earth.
yeah.
There's just indecent human beings, but not enough policing these things. Yeah, I think I'm just going to give myself maybe like 48, 72 hours of not playing Genshin on Twitch because that's just that's really that wait time for me was like super embarrassing, especially as like someone who also pre-installed the files. Like I expect the because I have files downloaded already, it would not take me
Mm.
like so long to get into the game. But no, I had to wait almost half an hour to just get back in.
Yeah, it is what it is. What do people say? I don't know why is people. I I I know my community is not here, but I don't want to point like pointing fingers on who, but some of them like, oh, you know about this character? Oh yeah, this character is this, and then she can do this, he can do that, and he's gonna release this time, and I'm like, you know that I'm not into spoilers, right? I could either time you out or ban you, and then a few streams later they do the same thing. Like at this point, like I think I've been too kind with my community. Well, maybe not all of them.
Honestly, like if you have the rule in place that like you don't want to get spoiled, then like they're they're clearly not raised properly to be courteous in people's spaces and adjust themselves to how like they should speak in their spaces, because there's people on this platform who believe they can talk the way they talk in everybody's spaces when everybody has different channel rules and stuff. Like
Mm.
doesn't mean like this person on Twitch is comfortable with the way you're interacting doesn't mean somebody else is. Like I've had to like deal with this recently with another Twitch channel with other fellow moderators, and it was just ridiculous. And it's the kind of people who are also like, I guess, self-centered and narcissistic to best describe
Mm-hmm.
them.
Mm.
You can't like fix anybody who is self-centered and narcissistic.
Exactly. Oh my god, not to mention the other day I found someone spoiled like what happened in the Fontaine next chapter. Like they put like summary, like to the point like you can't even bear to skip. Your eyes just basically automatically read because it's so simple and like short. So like I basically knew like already 50% as to what happened next chapter, and I'm like, what is heck is happening with people? Something like this. Like yeah, I know that your personal data will not be leaked, but this is just too far.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I agree.
People
I agree.
people have like no boundaries at all. Like they before they press the post button, they don't like ever consider like what do other people think about it. Like majority.
Second, having a second thought is just really not as practiced as like waiting for someone to have a second opinion first, because of people not having a level of courtesy and filter before they send or message what they want.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's going on in their head before they post that. Like as if we're gonna be happy about it. Like I see some Twitter be like, "Oh my god, why did you spoil this? Why you tell me now? I haven't go through the story." Like, and they're like, "He, I'm sorry." You think that's funny? There will be a huge loss to other people. Like, uh, for example, my one of my RL friends, he's that one type of person. Like, he's a good friend, but at the same time, one thing I hate about him is he's always spoils about like almost every anime that he watched. So he basically like spoiled Sword Art Online final season in a novel, and then not to mention Kimetsu no Yaiba from like the manga version like halfway through the end as to what happened to this person, to happen to this, and I'm like, what's the point of me watching anime at this point? Because I already know what's the end.
Mm-hmm.
The journey will not be will not be meaningful for me if like the end is already know. Like, not to mention he also shows photo of it, like the screenshot of that one panel of the manga. Like, yeah, these people. I already told him through his face, like, you're such an asshole for spoiling me that thing.
And they like do not like they're not apologetic about it. They don't feel bad.
For yep, for him it's like, yeah, I like to see you triggered, like he said.
Well, like it's one thing to like I guess tease you about it, but if he's someone who doesn't exactly like know you too personally or you're not comfortable with, then it's not funny to you.
Mm. Like he's been friends with me for like almost 10 years now. So I was like, just because you're like already my best friend for that long, I give you like a pass. But if you're like nothing to me, I would like I would block your contact for like a long time ago.
I think it's at this point where like it's at a point in time where you do have to consider like who you can still keep in contact with and who you should probably move on from at this point in life, because like even after so much time people will still change, and like we all change at this point in our life as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna log
Yeah,
out of here.
I just hope he change. I already like be nowadays, like when he tried to spoil something, like especially like anime or a game that I care the most, I was like, don't tell me right now. I haven't read, I haven't watched. Let me just experience it. Like the season 3 for Star Online realization thing, like, oh, this character. Oh yeah, just letting you know something happened. Like something bad. I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, something bad happened. I was like, and then my mind was like, don't tell me. Yeah, you will see. And then yeah, he did spoiled me, but it's just too obvious. And I'm like, you spoiled me again. Our friendship will be ruined. Mm, I don't know. I don't know what's the fun like ruining, spoil the fun on other people. Not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't see the fun of it.
I don't understand it either. There's an excuse that people do make. It's like, oh, I don't exactly pay I don't exactly pay so much attention, so it doesn't really matter with me. But at the same time, like this kind of opinion still like warrants like the the need to explain that like even if like you don't exactly care so much about like you don't care as much of the content as much as other players do, like it still doesn't give you like an excuse to like express the way you express it in like every single space you're in. And like
Hmm.
the only space that the person will be comfortable with and that they have the right to be able to do so is like in their own like Discord servers or small like communities, private group chats or whatnot, where they can say like, oh, because like the company will not notice us, we can go ahead and do whatever we want here, and we won't bear any responsibility because we're not the one who like gets the information directly. We're only talking about it. But like even if you're talking
Mm,
about it, it's called like being a secondhand offender. Like
yeah.
doesn't mean that you say that like, oh, because I'm not the one who actually like took the information in the first place, but you're still
Mm.
doing some kind of mistake, and not owning responsibility for that mistake as a secondhand offender is it's still like frustrating.
I like. I don't know what's going on with their mind. As if people like evolving around that person. Like you are the yes and we are the no's. We have to agree with you on what you think, what is right, what is wrong. I, uh, I'm just frustrated with someone like this. Not gonna lie. Like as if we're gonna ha ha he he about the spoilers before the game even release. And not to mention, Hoyoverse. Where's the old version of Hoyoverse like MiHoYo time? I think it was around 1.0 version where instead of they give like beta testers as to what characters gonna come out, what's the design next patch, and what's the stories and everything. Why don't they just give like the roadmap? Like I remember like they give the roadmap map instead of beta testings, which is more convenient. Like there's zero spoilers. People like at least know like what's the main thing that's gonna happen, but at the same time no spoilers, no everything. It's just okay, this update we're gonna fix this, this update we're gonna have this 5 star. That's like it's very vague. It's not too much. I think like if they go back to the roadmap era, it will be safe for absolutely everything, and the company will not go into bankrupt because of this beta tester just spoils everything.
Hmm.
Hmm.
True. Yeah, I think I'm just not gonna be like on. I'll wait until Saturday to be on Genshin on Twitch. Just the amount of like negativity. Like, I did watch like the Fontaine video, the animation. Of course, like whenever it comes to like presentation, they have no issue with like presentation at the moment. It's just that everything else like past the presentation. I am someone who does pay attention to details like past the presentation that people would just like drool and be so attracted to. And like
Hmm.
everything past whatever they do for presentation, animations or cutscenes that they do, there's always a giant pile of flaws that will just disappoint me to this day. And not even the marketing recently from Star Rail or Genshin has caught my attention. There are characters in the Fontaine video that I might wait for, but at the moment I just don't exactly have anything positive for to express about Hoyo at the moment. And once again, it's a good thing I have this category under just chatting, because like if I if I have this under Genshin Impact, I would definitely for sure like not be permitted to like, I don't think I'll be permitted to like receive any streaming rewards any further, but like there are some things that I can't sugarcoat. There's a lot of things I'm honest about, because I am a long time gamer who does care about the games he enjoys and is passionate about, but like I'm someone who also wants to see progression from the company in actually improving the game. And I guess it's nice they're going to introduce some improvements for the next version after this one. But still, it's like for a game that's been out for like 3 years, you think this company would be more receptive, but I guess it's because this is not an indie game company. They are not receptive at all. They are just disorganized with so many different teams, so many different like projects they're working on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, not to mention Zenless Zone Zero is gonna release soon. So
I
yeah,
personally am not interested about that game, and you know what's actually
me
really
too.
funny? I was trying
Mm-hmm.
to explain the game to Sam the other day, and he has zero idea about what that game is.
ZZZ.
He has zero idea. Like, I tried to explain to him what kind of game it is, and he has no idea about the genre either.
Yeah,
And
I also don't know what's the genre of that video as well. It
it's
feels like
it's called Rogue
mm,
Like. I try to tell him like other games that are in the same genre, like Crypt of the Necrodancer, Hades, Binding of Isaac, Risk of Rain, because I know people do enjoy playing Risk of Rain, Enter the Gungeon, Darkest
mm,
Dungeon, and he has never heard of these games ever, like not even one.
me too. This is the first time I heard of it.
Yeah, these are games that just like you go to different levels. How do I best describe it? You're given, it's a dungeon crawling game. So like it's a level game where you go through like different random level maps, and once you complete
Mm-hmm.
these levels on the maps, you just rinse and repeat. And like something that like people would compare this genre to is like a game genre called Metroidvania, where
Mm,
it's like Castlevania and Metroid, because it's those kind of games where you go all over the map, find upgrades, find the exit to the end of the entire story,
mm-hmm.
because it's kind of like formatted that way.
Is it like sort soft like Resident Evil shit?
Not exactly as 3D as Resident Evil. Like the earliest form of this kind of gaming would be like no, I don't think Mega Man can describe it, but like Metroid and Castlevania and other games that are like it can best be described that, where you and Resident Evil is not by level either. It Resident Evil has like a consistent map, but like the game doesn't
Mm.
stop you after you finish something. Like you still go to like the next part of a large map in a game that is roguelike. You're given like a smaller random formatted map. So the main thing is that with roguelike, the map that you get is completely random in design. Enemies are random in design. Sort of similar to Simulated Universe, I guess. That's like
Mm,
a
yeah.
comparison I can make. But it's like you take simulated universe and you make it into one entire video game, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, I do not know what any game that's same genre as Zone Zero. That might be like a new approach for me if that really is.
Yeah, because it's only possible that like some people who enjoy challenging video games do like that kind of game. And
Mm,
I mean, I don't exactly play those games either. I just have awareness because of people I know who play those games. Like it's rather really surprising that like somebody hasn't the only I think one game that people would know about, the Pokemon series, which a lot of people know about. They have this spin-off game called Mystery Dungeon,
mm,
which is like a format of the game that like Zenless Zone Zero is on, in which like you play as a Pokemon team, a turn-based Pokemon team, and you go to like random dungeons until you get to the end of the story. And these dungeons
mm.
are never the same map either. They're just like random levels, random setup, random enemies.
Uh, oh my god. Is it like floor clearing event some sort of
Is it like a what?
floor clearing event some kind of?
Now, as I said, it's basically taking simulated universe, and you take simulated universe and turn it into one single video game.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't imagine, not gonna lie.
I mean, this kind of game format has existed since like I probably like 1980s. Yeah, like
Oh.
even before I was like an embryo, like this video game format has like existed since like before 2000.
Hmm.
I am a serious gamer. Yeah, it's been like a good like 7 hours or so. I thought we could. Oh well, at least the first game I was playing, I had a decent good time getting back into it. Just that, but then again, like it's kind of well deserved too, because I don't exactly want to sound like the most negative playing Genshin or Honkai Star Rail on Twitch, but like after that
Mm.
whole half an hour wait time just to try to get in after I pre-install the files, that just left like a negative taste for me. It was. I mean, I've missed, to be fair, like, I have missed days of logging in to do dailies and weeklies before, legitimately, because I have gotten way too stressed, way too sick, way too tired to just, like, consistently keep on logging in.
Mm. It's like chores at this point.
Yeah, exactly. But also at the same time, the one thing that's, like, also I would describe depressing is because after you do the math, it still it still rewards more if you log in consistently rather than take a break and come back to only 600 Freemo gems.
Mm. Mm, that's the problem.
Yeah, because like the game doesn't reward you for like you don't get like you come back from taking a break, you do get rewarded, but you don't get rewarded for like all the lost time that you missed. It's just sad.
Yep. It's, it's like a really hard ultimatum.
Mhm.
Oh,
All I know for sure
did
is
you? Sorry, did you claim the code for Genshin?
not yet. Do they expire soon or something?
I don't know. Everyone just saying Genshin code, but I don't know if there's like expired date.
There's always a new code every time there's a new version, but it's probably not going to expire soon unless there's like multiple copies. I don't know.
Mm.
All I know is I'm just going to log in to claim the 600 Freemo gems that's going to add to my savings, and I'm going to be skipping for 2 patches until like I guess for Fontaine 4.1, I guess. I've been having a difficulty expressing any interest in like Hoyoverse material recently.
Mm.
because fundamentally, systematically speaking, there is just still flaws, and the only reason I would still ever log onto Genshin or Star Rail is at least the presentation of the game is great. It's just that there's stuff around it that just isn't a satisfactory game. and
Mm-hmm.
and like people would say like, "Oh, if you don't like the game, why don't you play something else?" I do play other stuff, but at the same time, it's like
Mm.
all these games I do play all have gaps, all have mistakes of like elements from other games that I really wish could come together. And this is why I always have this like huge collection of notes of me trying to make my own game, because I'm taking elements from one game and another to try to make my own game that I think that I would like. I mean, not everybody can agree with this game I would be designing, but I'm open to see like how else it can be improved. And the one thing I know for sure is that like if you introduce PvP, like it's just an endless cycle of nerfing and buffing. And that's like what I also don't get is like why people are sweaty, why people are super sweaty for Genshin and Star Rail when it's just like you're the only thing you're doing PvP in Genshin is the trading card game. And even with the trading card game, that's still RNG factor of like what kind of dice do you get, what cards do you get, and and it's not like you're using the actual real battle system to like fight another player, unlike you do in Tower of Fantasy, where they have to deal with buffing and nerfing, which they have been doing, thankfully, for like older weapons. They've buffed like older weapons. Um, but yeah, overall, I just know that if I were to design my own game, I know that I would not satisfy everybody at if the moment we bring in PvP, because PvP will be part of the main gameplay as well as PvE. But like I want to make sure everything else is like satisfactory, set in stone. Like performance issues will be minimized. We clean as much bugs and glitches as possible. We make sure like the UI is like friendly enough to gamers in the time it releases. We want to make sure the systems are and the information can be beginner, intermediate, and advanced gamer friendly. And if it's not, then like it's my fault for not making the entire project not accessible. And the lack of accessibility for like every single kind of possible gamer is like one of the main fundamental flaws of Genshin at the moment, in which like they release something that they would satisfy for like the end, like people who are like high AR, but at the same time they would still like neglect people who just start the game and not be able to get into it, and still have to put in so much effort to just experience the latest events. Like recently, one of my VIPs said he can't experience the TCG event because like he has too many world quests to finish, and as someone who is a working teacher, he's not able to like take care of every single one of those world quests. I said a lot.
It's fine. It's fine. At this point, okay, aesthetically, Genshin top 10 at the very least, in my opinion. But
I agree.
gameplay wise
It could be
and like
better.
mechanic, it could be better. Uh, I feel like this company is like holding. It's like, what's the hold? And then like for some reason, the people in Honkai Star Rail developers like took the Genshin opinion and then put it into it. It just make things worse. Like, is I okay if I'm one of the Hoyo company staff, I do feel it's like, I guess it's, profit, I guess, but like it feels like they're more focused on making people try multiple games to get the profit instead of like trying to get this one particular game that is very top than others, try to make it, if not the best, or maybe like better than the others. But like, I don't know. I don't know. It's like something like, it's like they're holding something, but I don't know what.
I feel like that's
They're holding. Go on.
yeah, I feel like it's their main excuse to like not include some specific elements just so they can get
Mm,
like people to play their other games.
yeah. And like, have you like look at the Genshin interview like early this year? Like
You
I
mean
had the
it was from October last year and I'm still not over it.
yes that one. Like people read it. I also read it on stream. Like I complain for at least an hour. Like and then plus I watch how Tectone react because I love to see that guy react. Like I could agree less of what he said about that. Like you can the player will get anxiety if we increase the floor level in Spiral Abyss or maybe increase the difficulty. Like uh, where's the where's the logic? I I don't understand. And then skin for MC is not good? I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on in their mind. But, well, they got interview on something like this. Like, Dawe, please answer us.
The company in China also has to make sure that they are respectfully doing what they can to satisfy both the gamers as well as their government.
I think I know who's the most um concrete barrier on that one. If you say that have you like not to mention like have you seen the censorship like the China put if you eat the anime blood thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the blood color into something more horrible. Let's just say,
I mean, I know
like,
about censorship.
mm,
Like, even in Japan, when they have like scary projects, they would turn blood
mm,
into like black ink or something like that. Or like censorship back then was turning blood into sweat.
I remember like maybe for example, Danganronpa they changed the blood into like neon color,
Oh
like
yeah,
neon purple.
yeah, it becomes
Mm.
Pepto Bismol, the stomach medicine.
Oh my god, that thing, yeah. But it cannot top the Chinese censorship, like white blood color. And I'm like, at this point, even the kids cannot allow watch anime. Like, oh my god.
Right.
Are you gonna end stream now?
Yeah, probably. I'm probably just gonna play some. I think if I were, I think I'll probably just be on Star Rail for my next Hoyoverse stream. And I'm just gonna wait until like I'm just gonna wait for like some time to cool down. Until
Mm.
Saturday to pick up Genshin again because right now I just decided to open my main account and then I heard Paimon speak and I'm like, yep, clearly something else they still have not learned is to get Paimon to shut up and and like have us be in control of when she can talk.
Yes, like make Paimon like interactive instead of the main protagonist in the plot. Like make her like Pom Pom, for example. Like we talk when we need her to talk. Like my God. Yeah, no wonder you can't even beat Mia from Tower Fantasy, even though that game is already like dropped down too drastically. Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's almost about to reach its like 1 year anniversary.
And people still love Mia. Not to mention, even the game itself loves Mia to the point like Mia have her own skin. Not to mention, one of them is Senora skin. Like, oh my God,
And not to mention Mia can fight.
Mia! Oh my God, Mia is so useful. What you can do, just complain like an old hag.
we
At this
had
point, I don't even know who you are. Or like, how old are you, Timon?
yeah, we just have to wait until the end of the game because honestly, like right now, I think there's only specific times the game does get good, but I think once we get to Snezhnaya, that's when the game gets really good. Right now, I feel like it's just
They just want to like keeping the waves calm and collective.
yeah, because right
At the
now,
same time,
it's
mm.
like Archon doesn't know what's going on. Go to the next city. I don't know what's going on. Go ask the next Archon. And then we go to Nahida. It's like, hey, do you want to know something about your sibling? And I would hate for the next two Archons to literally be useless, honestly, because at least Nahida has our back. And
Oh,
Nahida and Venti have our back, like the whole time, honestly. And the one thing I really wish like we could have a really good climax at Snezhnaya, besides being
hmm.
able to fight the Tsaritsa, I guess. But like one thing I would really like is if like any like we only had one interaction from an event where Venti and Zhongli interact with each other. Like those two
Yeah.
know who they are, but they can't publicly say like, "Oh yeah, we're two archons. We know who we are," because like Venti respects Zhongli's privacy and whatnot. But at the same time,
Not to mention, Liyue people thought that Zhongli is dead.
yeah, and like the only other time we saw like an archon interact with like some mm, some very old being is when Venti got to interact with Yaimiko.
Oh my god. I don't. At this point, like, why do they don't want to? If they don't want to, like the limited event thing, like limited. If they can still make it limitedly, like officially game, but like why cannot they make the DLC at least for that one specific event? Like if people wants to go through back to the story just for like lore wise. I'm like, yeah, it's a good suggestion, but like, yeah, Mihoyo was like, nah,
Yeah,
we're
because
good.
in Honkai Impact, like they have like cutscenes saved for anybody who,
Mm.
and it's also because like the way Honkai Impact is set up that you can replay levels, so you can like re-experience story. But like once we're done with story, we can't re-experience it.
Mm.
Like
Oh
it's
my
like
god.
it's one thing to like watch like something old, something expired on YouTube, but it's another thing to experience it for ourselves, like in the game
Yeah.
itself.
Mm.
Oh my god! Someone just told me a hot dog is not a sandwich; it's a taco.
Is it what?
So there's this whole debate of like whether a hot dog is a sandwich, and someone on Discord just told me a hot dog is just a taco.
Oh my god. I mean, he does have a point a little bit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And honestly, these little discussions really help to lift my mood a little bit, and especially for like ones that really catch my interest.
Oh my goodness. People with humor is
But,
amazing. Really make our day.
but yeah, overall, because of my dissatisfaction and whatnot, I just really make sure to try to like showcase and play other games I have enjoyed before. But right now with Twitch, it's just difficult because the competition is just really ridiculous. And like the thing that really pisses me off is that like it's so easy when like you're not doing so well, or it doesn't matter if you're doing well or not, you're going to be reached out to very suspicious individuals on the DMs.
Mm.
If it's not just the art accounts, it's always people who are like, hey, I'm someone who can like help boost your online content. Like we could start with this fee and work your way up once you get more money. I'm like, you think I have expendable money? You think I have an expendable bank account? Like,
Yeah, the only option to have money at that point is debt. Is debt, yeah. Like, what do you
Exactly,
have?
yeah. Like it's why I am like super grateful like because I was down to like pay my VTuber artist, my latest one, like
Mm.
the full commission, and like I was just waiting for her to like continue forward, but like um I kind of feel bad that she had delays and whatnot because she was just going through some things in real life, um and
Mm.
so I didn't really need to pay like the second half of the fee. So I'm very grateful to her for that, because like it's not every day that you have like you find a really talented artist, you commission them, and like they can be able to like, how do I best describe it, be really generous in not only spending the time and effort for you, but also like,
Mm.
not having you to just like pay as much as like you would have like another artist who would, and to like every single artist credit, like who do really good art, like you all, and they all deserve like the commission prices, especially with like how difficult it gets and how much time you spent and whatnot. But I, to this day, like I can't express enough words or thoughts to thank my artist, my latest artist, for helping me realize my latest VTuber design to this day.
Yep.
And plus, like,
Thank God.
honestly,
Mm.
I understand the need for like artists to like, contact you directly and see it and like show you samples, like get people interested, because I have a few artists who have their own unique styles, and like I see their commission prices and I really can't afford it. I honestly can't afford it. And like at least these artists, like they stand out from everybody else who like puts out like clearly copy and pasted styles that have like this huge gradient black border shading, or like this specific very sharp color art style with the logos and stuff. It's, or like very simple Photoshop edits that I could just really do by myself. Like it's come to a point where it's like if I want an artist, like if I want art done, if I don't do it myself, I would do my search and find someone I would like the style of, and see if I can commission them, if I can afford to commission them.
Mm. 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 Oh my God.
So yeah, I'm very appreciative of all of my VTuber artists, especially when like, thankfully the ones who helped me with my 3D and design, they were super helpful. And I like the motto, but when it's time for me to debut, but I don't know, like it's gonna take a lot of preparation, especially since it's more difficult for me as a, especially if it's more difficult for me as a guy, because it's a lot more when it comes to like online traction. It's no matter what, there's like more leaning towards like female content creators than it is like guys. For guys, unless you like you're confident, and I appreciate confidence, though confidence is amazing to show on camera.
Mm.
If you if For guys, like you'd have to be someone who's like really good at his talent and craft or what he could do, like when it comes to personality, or it's either an or included, like a personality that can also be included on top of a fit body, because the internet just loves to look at muscles on top of like literal skin statues just having a personality that are just guys on the internet. I'm not physically fit, I
Mm.
just have a voice. I just have a voice that does not have like the best sense of direction. Like that's like why I really would like to be in the voiceover field, because I would love to like work with people who can direct my voice to be behind characters that can fit this voice. And I would love
Mm.
for like any professional to like guide me to like perfect my craft and help me get auditions for like projects coming up. And even if these projects don't really pay the best as whatnot, like to at least it's like where I could be able to contribute what I can do best, which is like, well, speaking my voice, as long as it's well exercised. I probably need to get myself a vocal rest pretty soon. But like the more I like listen to myself speak, the more I know it's like my way of speaking doesn't fly by with everybody. Like we as human beings have the right to disagree with each other, and I know the way I put out information can piss people off. Like I get pissed off at people, like I piss people off. It's like a never-ending cycle of like piss off. And but part of it is also because like I'm trying my best to like adjust the way I speak, but there's also this expectation of people on the internet saying that like, oh, like I don't disagree with what you're saying, and you're supposed to know like how I think. You're supposed to like understand like the way I speak, and because like the way you put out your opinion does not agree with what I think, we should. I'm not having this discussion any further with you, and like these kind of individuals do not tell me like what kind of mistake I made, how I should interact with them. So that's where my main frustration comes from.
Mm. It's like they blame you for absolutely like you either don't know, you can't pin out, or it just basically doesn't exist just because they want to show that they are right.
Yeah,
Mm.
like one time on Discord, I was trying to like add to a conversation, but instead the person like it was a very heated discussion, so the person like thought I was playing a victim or whatnot, and like that was not my intention. I thought like, let's put it in this contest. Um, so like, let's say we were talking very seriously about how do I put this? Let's say we bring let's put this in the analogy of fruits, right? We have like this heated
Mm.
discussion of like, oh, what's the best fruit or whatnot, and then it came down to like the topic of like, oh, it has to be like oranges versus apples. And then because the discussion was about fruits, I decided to chime in about, like maybe lemons could be pretty good too. And then someone who's on the side of oranges is like, why what are you talking about? Clearly this discussion is about like apples versus oranges now. And then but then like my standpoint was be like, well, I would like to offer a third opinion of like talking about how we can appreciate lemons as well. And so the orange person would be like, okay, clearly like you're not really helping in the discussion here, and because like you're not on the same wavelength with me, blah 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 blah, and because like you're not absolutely contributing to the discussion at all, in my opinion, I'm not going to interact with you any further without like telling me like, okay, what mistake did I make? Like clearly my brain was thinking like, oh, everybody's talking about fruits, I should like
Mm.
put in my opinion about fruits as well. But I still get but like I still get mad at for like trying to contribute to the conversation in what I thought was an appropriate topic.
Yeah, people, like I said, it's so easy dealing with animals than dealing with other human being. Like, oh my god, behavior.
I just wish like there are just more people who could be able to like help each other out and like understand
Mm.
how everybody's communication situation is, because like nobody is 100% perfect at communicating, and this can be due to
Yep.
like many background factors. Like a lot of it can
Mm.
come from like people who have PTSD, people who have depression, people who are autistic, people who are dealing with other mental things, people who are dealing with bipolar disorder, etc., or people who have had a different upbringing, a different background, because nobody is like perfect at speaking. And even if anybody's thinking they're perfect at speaking, clearly they have not learned about the consequences of what they say and think that they can get away with what they say and what they do.
Mm-hmm. You're not a human being unless you make mistake. All you need to do is just be humble and accept other people's judgment. Because sometimes we always wrong. But yeah. Yeah, nowadays people are just being Karen. Just go Karen and very goddamn sensitive. Like you can't even talk about jokes today.
Yeah, honestly like I've at least like dealt with maybe like one or two Karens when I used to work in my previous job before. It's amazing, really. Um,
Oh my god.
but also at the same time, it's like it's really it is really despicable.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Uh, uh, I want to talk with you more, but I need to take shower and like
Ain't no
clean
pro-
myself up. I just finished walking after dealing with last minute customer. We close around 4:30, but they want to order after 4:30, and it's like, oh my god, you're such a help. Thank you so much. Oh my god. I think I walk home like 15 minutes late. Like, oh my god. Yeah. Hope you have a great day, Tendo.
oh
Thank
yeah,
you for listening, and thank you for letting me listening to
oh yeah, no
a sort
problem.
of everything here.
No, it's okay, Lumi. It's fine. Like I needed to talk like after my frustration as well, and I'll still be around. I just gonna give myself a vocal rest before I continue with the rest of my evening. So, oh yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, tomorrow evening I'm gonna be taking my first ever voiceover class. So hopefully I will be getting enough.
Hey,
Hopefully I will be getting enough rest for it, and wake up on time, and take my first class. And can't wait to learn a thing or two about actually speaking for the industry. Hopefully one day.
gambate, gambate. Alright, I'll be on general now. You have a great day, Tendo. See you later.
All right, no problem, Lumi. I'll catch you around.
Alright, bye bye.
All right, let's go ahead and also give Lumi a shout. Oh yeah, let me want to give you a shout out as well.
Oh, okay, thank you.
no,
Alright, have a great day. I'm so stinky today.
no problem. Let's see if we can get a funny clip today.
Oh no. Oh no. Not
Some
the
people are
clip,
tired,
please.
so
Not the
it's
clip.
understandable.
Oh, it's a Star Rail clip.
I'm also tired, but I still want to stream.
Oh, this is no
It's
worries, guys. This
good.
is tired Lumi. This is regular Lumi speaking with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think like
Hang on,
I
let me
think
give
yeah,
a
this
shout out
Monday
because none of my mods is here
my talking
as well.
my talking stream was no, it's on Shiki stream. At that time I haven't streamed yet because I just woke up and Naru was there like I think I was laughing for like at least 10 to 20 minutes non-stop
Oh my
on Shiki
goodness.
stream. Oh yeah, yeah, you should check it out. I feel like I let my guard down so much that evening, like to the point I left like I laughed to absolutely anything. So yeah. Oh, that clip just now, I think it's the one that either Twitch itself clip it for me or just someone just randomly clip it for some reason because there's no context on it.
It could be just because that you were randomly humming and singing, and someone was like, "Hey, like tired Lumi sounds pretty good when tired Lumi is humming and singing."
I'll try my best to give you guys a lot of cuties. Alright, thank you so much, Tendo, for the shout out, and thank you for your time. I hope you have an amazing day.
No
See you when I
problem.
see you.
Oh yeah, no
Right?
problem. Let me go ahead and send you something real quick.
Oh, another catty? Oh,
Hello.
hello, Naru. Hello.
There it is.
Did you?
Yes, that's me. That's me. Mood. I'm gonna take 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour shower after this. Oh my god, is that hot today? Oh my goodness.
Definitely take care of that, but I don't really think you need more than 1 hour.
I thought
It
you
is
just
so
literally
hot.
called me it, as in like there it is. And I was like, wait, what?
Oh, hoop, there it is. Scoop, there it is. Scoop, there it is. Oh man, that
No,
song's a
Alright.
classic.
okay, I'm kidding. I'm just
Yeah.
teasing you a little.
No,
It's
it's
okay.
okay. All right,
Sorry, Naru. I need to take shower right now. I'll be right
no,
back. I'm stinky.
no, go,
I'm offended.
go get your
Go
shower.
take a shower.
Go, go.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh boy. I okay. Let me go. Yeah, there's just been a lot. I was Damn, that is a giant enlarged Kek W face we have here.
Oh yes, that's my Noedo Keck. It started off as Keck before it became Keck W. Okay. For anybody who doesn't know, now you know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. By the way, guys, speaking of tired stuff, and this is like, well, I mean, this is like me speaking normally, but when I do get tired, my tone kind of drops a little bit, but it kind of does get to like a range where I don't mind it sounding like kind of suggestive and whatnot. But yeah, I just decided to like instead of doing like instead of changing the category to Genshin, like I just decided to go with just chatting because I needed to get stuff off my chest, and I feel like if I get the stuff off my chest while playing Genshin, I'm pretty sure a Hoyoverse employee would look at that and be like, "Nah, we're not gonna give free modes to this guy."
Are you doing this? Are you doing the streamer event? Actually,
I am,
really-
but like I wanted like I'm not gonna start right away. I want to give myself like maybe 48, 72 hours before I start it because I'm not in a good mood with Hoyoverse's games at the moment. If I'm being honest. Like
And if you're not being honest, sorry, I was just being a smartass. My
Of course.
bad.
No, of course you are, but you got to be an actual smartass to be a teacher anyways, because otherwise if you're a dumbass, you wouldn't be like in a spot to be teaching.
I mean, no, but like, okay, so earlier today, right? I had to kind of play the little bit of the like the tough love kind of role today with my students because I've had to tell them repeatedly over and over again to keep their area clean because like a teacher and I, like, we're both very very like we both kind of tend to be a little more of like the
Clean
I
freaks.
guess, like, we're not trying to be mean, but we have to kind of like tell it as it is. Like, come on, you guys got to keep it. You guys got to stay. You got to keep clean, okay?
Yeah, honestly, like a level of discipline has to be exercised here and there.
Yeah, like it's like, look, it's like one of those things. Like, I know you guys can do better. I'm just surprised you're not trying to do better right now.
Honestly, that's a motto for humanity right there. That's real.
Yeah, because I gotta be real.
I mean, and not just real with your students, but that's like real for people in general. Like even
Like-
after your students are done, like and graduate and whatnot, they're just gonna meet up with people who are just
Like, I genuinely do care about them, so that's why, like, I even told them, like, I straight up really do care about you guys. Like, this is not a lie. I mean, like, there would probably be like other teachers like me who would probably just go back to the room and just like, I mean, what can I really do? No, it just, you're not necessarily trying to reprimand them, which is actually like something that they don't advise me doing. But I have to be a little bit harsh because, I mean, I don't know their home situation, if their parents are ever doing any of the work for them either, or if they're busy. So I kind of have to play a little bit of an extra parental role too, to an extent, a fair extent. I can't do all of it, but fair extent.
Of course. Ugh. Yeah, I've been on for like 7-ish hours, but like I was kind of like low key really annoyed at having to wait for half an hour to get into Genshin just to miss a day of dailies. I mean, my second account is fine. It's gonna be skipping for a while, but main account is just coping on polls. But honestly, like I've skipped days of logging in before, simply out of pure exhaustion or incredibly being sick. I've had like legitimate excuses. I couldn't be able to like physically log on to Genshin.
I mean, what can you really do?
Yep, what can I really do? So yeah, I would have been able to like well, I did the pre-install already. I would have done like the whole loading thing before I started trying to log into Genshin, but I was playing a different game at that time, and if I'm running too many things at once, I'm pretty sure my entire desktop would crash and burn. So yeah, like I could have like done the whole loading thing earlier, but like not only was I spending time with somebody on another game, but like and I was going to start earlier as well, but I got in like a really majorly heated Discord discussion that took a little bit out of me. So
I
Yeah.
mean, we talked about that previously already.
yeah, I mean like
I think we should probably end the stream now, just so that you know.
yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail of said discussion. It's just that every other time I'm on Discord somewhere, there's always somebody who would end up in like some kind of debate with, but like there's just times I would just like not go on any further because there's always going to be a rebuttal anyways. There's just times where like there's just times like you don't exactly have to accept defeat in a debate, but it's also like a time you could like take a step back and try to understand what the other person is getting at, even if you're like pretty adamant on your point of view. And this was a time that I decided to reflect and be like, okay, maybe let me just read back what this other person is saying, like understand and like if they can't be able to understand where they're coming from and they end up saying like or end up in a situation where I'm going to disagree if they say like, oh, skill issue sounds like a you thing, sounds like a prerogative thing, and it's like that's not an agreeable conclusion regardless, no matter what.
Try not to fight with the person, because I don't know, from what I can say from like an outsider perspective of this, it sounds like the guy is just trying to get under your nerves, like intentionally trying to get under your nerves.
I wouldn't say intentionally. It's just it was just a perspective of like me not enjoying a video game because of past negative experiences, and so as a result, I just like quit. And then the other person is a more active player is like, it's like it's not as bad as it is right now, even with everything that's gone on and whatnot. But also at the same time, thankfully, there are others who came to my defense. There have been like at least one or two people who came to my defense and try to at least like extend what I've been trying to say. So I'm pretty grateful for those guys. It was a public discussion, so it was not like DMs or anything. It was like a public discussion.
Still kind of think that maybe you shouldn't have gotten into that debate.
Well, it was like
there was not really anything that it didn't seem like there was anything to really try and defend. Because like sometimes like I'm not trying to like side with anybody. So this is just coming from a neutral perspective, and this is all with as much good intention as I'm trying to put into it as possible. But here's the thing, man. Like there's like some people that I would meet from time to time, and when I notice that, all right, they get into fight mode, and I'm not kidding you, when they get into fight mode, then that means, and if you're not even trying to get into fight mode, and if you're staying calm, no matter how correct they may be, you're kind of in a sense winning compared to them. Because if you're drawing all that mental emotion into it, and chat, I'm being real here. Like, this is like, I'm trying to be as 100% as possible. Forget about being correct in a debate. Forget about trying to be like the better person in that kind of regards of like, oh, I know better at this game than you do. If there's somebody who's literally trying to put it out there, like blatantly, like saying like, I bet I can do this better than you, or I bet, this kind of like stuff, this and that. Secretly down, like, now, there's somewhere around the lines that they could also possibly be having some sort of insecurity. So when they get into fight mode, or they get into I'm here to prove a point here kind of mode, there's a really, really good chance that if you don't fight fire with fire, you're winning. It's always like this motto that I always go with nowadays is like, why should you fight fire with fire when you have water? If there's a fire, put it out with water. All right, that's all. That's my 2 cents.
And we are going to actually add that in Mr. Motendo's infamous quotes of fame, courtesy of Sensei Narukami BS.
Or Narukami Sensei, as they would like to say it in Japan. Yeah, it's kind of flipped around. University of Cincinnati. I like how the translator is saying that I'm talking about Cincinnati all of a sudden. Okay. What are you talking about? Ohio doesn't exist. That's such a bad joke. It's a good joke at that one. Laugh with me. See? Tendo's laughing with me. Lurkers laugh with me too. No, it's okay. It's okay. You keep doing your thing. I love you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talks. I'm here all weekend.
Honestly, like, y'all, if you want to like hang with like Narukami's crew, definitely like go ahead and hang with him. He like, I think most of us are around like all weekends anyways, hanging with each other. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and give you a shout out and see if there's something we can laugh at or laugh with.
One of those dainty fists.
Oh, this is you giving the advice about teapots.
Oh,
I think this is the one you were giving advice about teapots.
dainty fists. That was the era of when I was like in the I don't want to talk on stream mood.
And which is an actual mood.
Yeah, that was a thing for quite some time actually. And then, or not like not that I don't want to talk on stream. It's like the what was it called? It was the I'm not comfortable with showing my face on stream for some reason. And I was in that for some time, and then all of a sudden it was all thanks to Timothy, who was like, come on, man, you can talk on stream. Don't be shy. And then he just told me to turn my cam on. It was much better with the cam on.
Speaking of cam on. Oh, this line delivery got me laughing. I loved it. Anyways. Oh, that was good. That was a decent note to man, the clip shoutouts that we had today were amazing. I loved it. I think like one of my favorite clips that we shouted out was not to toot my own horn or anything, because we don't need to toot our own horns. One of the clips that I played for myself was when it was a time I like miss. It was a time when a lot of us were playing Family Feud together, and unfortunately the host was not Steve Harvey, so like the quality of the Family Feud session was like eh. But the survey question at the time was like, name 3 objects to insert into a human being, and we were trying to find the last answer. And one of my former mods, guess what he decided?
Chicken butt.
If only. No.
Got him. Okay, that was bad. I'm sorry.
His answer was the finger.
Oh.
And that got me like thinking twice, and everybody in the chat at the time was like, Monka, what? And but then we just like, what if? Like, let's just go with it. The finger. And we won that match. Yo, Family Feud sometimes, man.
I would laugh, but I think it's one of those moments that I have to be there to laugh.
But that's like literally the question is like name 3 things that people voted to insert into a human being, and of course like the last answer had to be the finger. Which people needed to think twice on. Well, then again, I think the one answer in Family Feud that got everybody in the internet laughing in general is when like, name something a burglar would not want to see when entering a house. Yes, naked grandma. And Steve Harvey
Grandma
was,
being naked.
and Steve
Interesting.
Harvey was like, naked what? And that took
Naked grandma.
naked grandma.
He looks like, are you being for real? You being for real now? So it's like,
I love Steve Harvey's reactions with these outrageous answers sometimes, and when the whole audience enjoys it as well.
it's just like sus.
And turns out that was the second answer on the board, and the other guy was like, decided to be like the right guy and be like a dog, and the dog was a number 1 answer. Or it could be one of those like moments where like that one question where Steve was like, name something that includes the word pork, and then one of the guys was like cupine.
That was actually funny. I'll give that one.
And the entire room was like, huh? And they were so convinced that cupine would be that would be one of the answers. Of course it's not, but still. If I get my capture card again, we could have like community nights where I would open up Family Feud and we can like play together. That would be fun, actually. That would be a really fun community thing. Family Feud. So was that basically the highlight of your day, by the way? The whole tough love thing with your students?
I guess the true highlight of my day was when like they don't have to like actually say it to me sometimes, but they, I do get this, like sometimes like the like it's like silent, but like I already know, like, that like a feeling of appreciation from like the other people around me. Like I'm starting to notice that like slowly a little bit more and more that like the shy like teachers that I wasn't able to talk to at first were starting to like finally, pay more attention to me. And I'm like, all right, let's go.
Nice.
So it's like one of those things, like, it's gonna take some time. I mean, I'm not asking for them to like love me instantly or anything. It's more like, yo, we gotta communicate. Like,
agreed. Yeah.
Like, I don't care by the end of the day if you don't want to be my friend anymore, and at all. No, like no hate about, like, it's like one of those things. Like, I'm gonna be honest. When somebody doesn't like me, I sometimes go like, look, I want to like you, but if you don't like me, how can I, like, how can we like each other? Or like, then I guess, all right, I won't do anything then. But it's like giving like that kind of like insight, like, look, like, I mean no harm. I'm all peace and loving, and I do what I can to show you that I come in peace. You know what I'm like? It's hard to explain, but I come in peace.
Yeah, of course. At the end of the day, that's what we all aim to achieve and hope, and we want to make sure that when we communicate with other fellow co-teammates or like fellow community members, fellow workers, that we all finish our discussions peacefully and we can all come to a mutual understanding somewhat of a resolution, because it's understandable that like we as human beings cannot always agree with each other all the time. There is the merit of like people agree to disagree, because that's just being human in general. But by the least of it, when we want to get out of a discussion, by the least we want to like get out of it on a neutral note that we shouldn't have to experience any hostility towards another for at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of showing you, if anybody goes to Japan, be sure to hit up Mr. Narukami VS, where he can show you the really great foodie spots.
Shoyu also means soy sauce in Japanese.
It does, and shio is salt. But then again, like, why the heck? I mean, I guess I can understand why there's a distinct difference between like a salt flavor versus a soy sauce flavor broth. Kind of interesting though that there's a shio flavor versus a shoyu flavor.
I mean, soy, I believe, is like, I mean, it does come off as salty, but
There's a bit more depth.
there
in
is like
another
some sort of
layer.
like thing about like, you know, like some sort of like soy
Yeah,
extract. I'm no soy sauce specialist or anything like that, but
yeah.
I could just only imagine like there's like some sort of like soy, you know, flavoring into it. That's why they call it soy sauce after all.
It is made from like fermented soybeans, so it's like the fermentation of the beans does make it like have an extra depth of flavor, I guess. And when you like treat soy sauce well, in fancy cook words, it does give it another layer of umami, as we say, like that extra like unlocked taste, that extra flavor that you would get on your when you bite into the food, or like have like an extra note of flavor depth that you would get, just like as you would have when adding MSG to your food, as Uncle Roger would approve.
I kind of like how some people kind of like demonized MSG for quite some time.
Shakes my
When-
head.
Shakes my head. Hi.
It's been in packaged snacks for the longest time.
It's just that you didn't really pay it. It's maybe just because you didn't pay so much attention to it. I don't know. Shoot.
It's probably also a wow. I snorted. There's probably
Oh wow, you're quick. You finished your shower. Are
I'm
you
back.
drying your hair now?
Yep, it's already dried. Now I'm eating a bogor.
we're actually just ending off with the topic of food, anyways. And I was just talking about like how we now got to the point of discussion where like people demonize MSG even though it's been in snacks for like the longest time. And what I can see is that like maybe there's like a placebo effect. Like people think like their brains are tuned to think that what they consume is like doing something good or bad to them, when in reality it's just fake. It's completely fake.
Yep. It's like
So weak. So
oh.
weak.
like
You're not wrong.
some people say like sugar is actually make you fat, but when you look at the scientific fact about sugar, it's just give you energy for your daily activity. And I was like, where's the fat of it? And it's like I think like the only fat that we can gain from outer food is from meat, like the protein, I guess. But people say you have to cut out sugar if you want to lose weight, and I was like, no, sugar is for energy. Like if you look at the sign point.
I see. Naruhodo.
Yeah.
That's Mr.
I don't remember what
Stole my line.
Naruhodo.
That's supposed to be my line. You guys know that. I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna have to start trying to like. I know it's gonna be impossible, but it's now my dream to get a patent for it so that whenever somebody tries to steal my ideas, Not
No,
kidding.
it's okay.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Naru, it's not your line. It's our line. It's ours.
Since when?
Since we know you.
Yep.
Since you know me,
Mm-hmm.
then question.
Hmm.
Where was I exactly? Where did I exactly come from? Like, what actual city in America did I actually come from?
New York.
Not the correct answer. Sorry.
Tendo, because you apparently know the answer.
I don't know the answer. I just know that that's not the right answer.
Exactly.
Chicago.
Partially correct, yes. But I was actually thinking of a more specific city.
Fair enough.
California.
No, that's far off. Anyways, oh, I just realized we could rate. Oh, Kahuna's still online. How long's he still been online for? Oh, he's almost at 3 hours. You know what? I'll go rate him for now. We're gonna have fun conversations. So, if you guys want to, oh yeah, I don't have Narukami's Discord link. I'm gonna have to like make a command for it now.
You know, at this point, yeah, I gotta figure out like something where, you know, I guess because since my Discord's kind of used as like a community Discord for like everybody else at this point, you know, I'm actually cool with it. So I'm kind of like lightly just letting everyone know that I'm kind of giving the green light on it. So
Word.
No spoilers. No, sorry, Kahuna, I can't. It's spoilers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Kahuna, no spoilers, okay?
Yeah, I just decided to raid, and yeah, that was it.
Oh my god.
And Yuno decided to follow. Thank you, Yuno, for the follow. I mean, I'm done, but like, I still like to say my thank you messages. Anyways, oh, let's actually move